All right, guys, let's welcome in former Deputy Assistant Secretary of State for Legislative Affairs, Joel Rubin. Welcome back to the show, Joel. Thanks for being on. Now, China's accusing the United States of using what they say is indiscriminate force when shooting down the balloon. They've also said that they reserve the right for further action. What could further action really mean? What could the Chinese do in response to this?
Well, Nick, it's great to be with you. And further action by China would basically be unwarranted. There is no such thing as shooting American drones or spy balloons out of the sky over Chinese territory, because we're not doing that. There are satellites the United States does have up in the atmosphere, as do all countries. They have satellites. But what was distinct about this spy balloon is that it entered our territorial airspace. That means that we had balloons, this balloon essentially hovering over the United States, and it was sitting for days in different locations and traveling towards sensitive sites. So the president, he was wise in waiting to have it shot down until after it got over water. China clearly is frustrated. The United States gained a lot of intelligence by watching this balloon for a number of days and then now gathering the parts. That's the last thing that an intelligence operation wants, is to lose its actual tools and lose its equipment. But that's what happened. So China's frustrated, certainly, but this was justified.
How common is this? I mean, according to one Biden official, Chinese surveillance balloons had briefly flown over the continental United States once before during the Biden administration, at least 3 times while Donald Trump was president. Why is this the first time that we're hearing about this?
Well, you know, in classified settings, and I worked in a classified setting, and in classified settings, oftentimes things are kept in the classified setting so it doesn't come out. Now, we don't know why the Trump team didn't act or didn't make any efforts to counteract the previous Chinese balloons. But it turns out now that China has a fleet of balloons, that they have been sending balloons, it appears, over now 5 continents. There's a balloon in Latin America. The balloon traversed Canada. And many countries are now calling the White House saying, we think we had a similar incident as well, and now we know what it is. So this was in a classified setting, very closely held. Clearly the cat's out of the bag, and the Biden team saw this and just had to act.
And real quick, Joe, I mean, the Biden team, the Biden administration's got a bit of heat from waiting to shoot it down. The critics, particularly the Republicans, obviously on the right, saying that this should have been taken care of much quicker, much swifter. But of course, the argument is that you can't shoot it down while it's over continental U.S. and in fears that it might land in places it shouldn't land and put people in danger, I would assume.
Yeah, that's 2 questions. One, why would you want to put American lives in danger? And shooting it down over the American land, that would do such a thing. And then why would you want to destroy an intelligence coup, an asset that we could study in the sky for days to see their patterns and then get that equipment? Doing such a shoot down early would have diminished the intelligence value that we gained from watching that spy balloon.
As always, Joel Rubin, thank you for coming on the show. We appreciate it.
Thanks, Nick.